Stellantis is backpedaling and reinventing their brand. The house of cars is starting to fall. Stellantis is one of the world's biggest automakers, just pulled the plug on the all-electric Ram 1500 REV pickup. And Chrysler is scaling back on its EV-only promises, just like I've been saying they would. Jeep is leaning back into hybrids and even reviving the HEMI V8. And this is exciting news. What's happening here isn't just a business decision. It's a rebuke of the political agenda that tried to force Americans into all-electric future, whether they wanted it or not. For years, Washington, D.C., Sacramento, and Brussels dictated what automakers must build, and billions of taxpayer dollars were funneled into subsidies and recharging infrastructure. Regulations made gasoline-powered engines harder to produce, and deadlines were set for their elimination. And automakers fell in line, publicly touting bold EV promises while privately worrying that the market wasn't there. Now the truth is impossible to ignore. Consumers aren't buying the vision. But before we dive in deeper, here's a quick word from our video sponsor. If you have digestive issues, it could be caused by a toxin that's in all of those so-called healthy foods that scientists have been telling us to eat with the fraudulent food pyramid for decades. According to Dr. Gundry, a world-renowned cardiologist, this is affecting millions of people nationwide. Warning signs include weight gain and fatigue, digestive discomfort, and stiff joints, even skin problems. Dr. Gundry explains these side effects, which are often mistaken for normal signs of aging because of digestive issues, usually develop over a matter of years and sometimes even decades. The good news is you can easily help fix the problem from your own home, and it's very simple. You just have to know which foods are actually healthy and which ones contain those potential hidden toxins. So you can find out for yourself at gutcleanseprotocol.com/car. After years of research, Dr. Gundry has released an informative video to the public, free, and showcasing exactly which foods you need to avoid. Go find that video at gutcleanseprotocol.com/car or click the link in the description below. So Ram is canceling the all-electric pickup truck. The Ram 1500 REV was supposed to be the brand's answer to the Ford Lightning and the Chevy Silverado EV, but months of delays, weak demand, and slow sales across the full-size EV pickup segment forced Stellantis to cut its losses. A very smart business move, actually. Instead of its all-electric truck, Ram is pivoting to the range-extended version, essentially a hybrid that can drive on gas when the battery runs out. But the Ram Charger name is being dropped, and the range extender truck will simply be called the 1500 REV badge. That's not just a marketing shift, it's a confession. The electric pickup fantasy doesn't match real-world needs for truck buyers. It's a sound of reality. And that brings us to the HEMI V8 returning. Stellantis made headlines earlier this year when it admitted it screwed up by killing the HEMI. A very foolish move in my opinion, but the replacement of a turbocharged inline-six called the Hurricane might have been efficient, but it lacked the soul, the sound, the brute force that Ram owners expect. Even customers of the high-performance RHO complained. Stellantis finally listened, and the HEMI is coming back. The Ram partnered with MagnaFlow, which is an exhaust company, to offer aftermarket exhausts that restore the roar that regulators tried to silence. And this isn't nostalgia. It's an act of defiance, which is really what the Dodge name is all about if you think about the Dodge brothers all the way back to when they first started business. Truck buyers demand power and personality, and Stellantis is delivering it, even if it flies in the face of government mandates. So Chrysler and Jeep are walking back their EV promises as well. Chrysler has once promised to go fully electric, but not anymore. Its 2027 crossover built on the STLA large platform will now offer hybrid options instead of being EV only. And Jeep, it's doing the same thing. The Cherokee is returning as a hybrid. The Grand Wagoneer will get range extender technology, and the brand is reintroducing the HEMI across multiple platforms. I'm really excited because HEMI engines are the best. And even with its new Wagoneer S EV, Jeep isn't gambling everything on this technology. It's still an extended range EV, essentially a hybrid. Consumers will make that final decision whether they continue to make those or just switch back to what they used to make, which was a really good vehicle. This is Stellantis choosing customers over politicians, and a very smart business move. Beyond that, Stellantis is reversing course because Antonio Felicia, the new Stellantis CEO, is making a strategic shift. Forget rigid EV deadlines and instead build flexible platforms that can support gas, hybrid, electric, hydrogen, even diesel. Very smart business move. The new CEO gets it. He understands the U.S. marketplace. The last CEO did not. And bringing back Tim Kuniskis, the real performance guy, that was another smart move. It's a survival move. EV mandates weren't written with consumers in mind. They're written by regulators trying to engineer a market from the top down. Never works. But when consumers walked into showrooms, they didn't buy the hype. They saw higher prices, long charging times, weaker towing, and shorter range. Who wants that? The politicians assumed the public would play along with their games, and they didn't. And this is what happens when we push back and we decide not to buy the product that they're trying to force on us. The broader industry collapse of the EV mandate model is gone, and Stellantis is not the only automaker waving the white flag. Ford has slashed production of the F-150 Lightning. GM has delayed the Silverado EV and rethought its timing. Even Tesla's Cybertruck, hyped as a revolution, it's struggling to gain traction. Billions in subsidies cannot change the fact that EVs still don't deliver what Americans need. And now automakers are being forced to admit it. And this is a lot of political fallout. This isn't just about Stellantis. It's about accountability. Regulators promised that mandates and subsidies would spark a seamless transition and everyone would jump on board. Instead, they distorted the market, forced companies to overinvest, take losses, and left consumers footing the bill. The EV push wasn't about choice. It was about control. By eliminating gas-powered options, regulators hoped to leave Americans no alternative but to comply. And Stellantis' reversal blows a hole through that strategy. The reality is simple. People want options. Some may choose EVs, others will stick to hybrids or V8s. That's how a free market works. And that's exactly what regulators tried to override. Ram is also preparing a mid-size pickup truck for 2027. This is a super smart move with multiple drivetrains. And the 700-plus horsepower TRX that they killed in 2023, it's being resurrected. I'm very excited because that was an awesome truck. And Jeep is broadening its portfolio with hybrids and EVs and, yes, good old V8s. Chrysler is banking on a mix of hybrid and crossover options to stay alive. And that's a smart move. And the pattern is clear. Stellantis is no longer chasing political approval. It's chasing customer approval. And Stellantis' course correction is more than just a business story. It's a warning shot. Automakers can't build cars for regulators and expect consumers to fall in line. Politicians cannot legislate demand into existence. The EV mandates weren't about innovation. They were about control. But control only works until consumers push back. And now they are, with their wallets. Stellantis may have screwed up, but its decision to return to engines, hybrids, and flexibility shows it's learned a lesson that Washington still refuses to hear. The future of driving should be decided by drivers, not bureaucrats. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and check out our car review channel, Car Smarts. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee, and if you want even more content, check out the links in the description. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching.